What's up?
Hey Floyd, good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Great, great, man. Appreciate you setting this up. I'm grabbing a piece of notebook paper right now. I mean a notebook and pad, and I'll be right with you.
All right.
I invited a couple people, Teddy, David, and Kimberlina.
All right. I have so many freaking tabs open.
Huh?
Hello. Well, where are all these motherfuckers at?
I'm here.
All right. Man, this don't even make any sense.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear who?
Oh, how do you mute this thing? I thought it was muted.
It'll be in the pop-up bar, far left.
Can you still hear me?
Here we go. Wait. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yeah, but I'm hitting the button and it says unmuted, and then when I hit it again, it still leaves me unmuted.
I have no idea.
It says my microphone's.
Here we go. All right. Now I can see them.
Kimberly's on her way.
All right.
And Kimberly should be coming in. I think she should be showing up any minute.
All right. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. Thought I had the actual title scanned somewhere. Hmm. So much stuff open. Hmm. And there's Kimberly. I need to pull up my trust stuff, huh? Yeah, y'all gotta forgive me. I got stuff all over the place.
Take your time, man. Appreciate your time, Floyd.
Yeah.
How long it takes. We're gonna do this, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, I got a phone call from a local person who's been interacting with Tiggle, and he's been doing it this whole time. Whereas I lost contact with her, he's stayed in contact with her. So he's further along than I am. So we had like a 4 hour conversation. That was unexpected. So that's what set me behind.
Right on.
Can't I find these documents? Of course, I'm looking for them, can't find them. These are different trusts. Yeah, I was hoping I'd have the actual instruments to go through them to show you, but I don't. Um, yeah, I don't think I have any of this stuff scanned. That's why. All in a binder. One nuts. Post the assignment schedule. Yeah, I don't have any of this scanned. That's the problem. And I'm looking for it, maybe see if it's some stash somewhere. I don't even have I can't even find my title that I know I have scanned. It's not in that trust. Fuck me.
Do you want to maybe do two parts of it, Floyd? Talk about it tonight, then come back like Wednesday or so and show the documents and just go over it.
And
We can do that either way. But take a little bit more time and look, because like you said, you got the title scanned, so take a little more time. Not being impatient or nothing, but I'm just thinking that way we can all get this done. I really appreciate everything you're doing.
hang on. Just for vehicle. That's Arizona. Like I said, I got shit everywhere. Okay. Didn't even know I had that. I told you guys I got files. I don't even know what the hell I have. I'll just get them and dump them in a folder. And certificate of trust for a vehicle, certificate of trust. Oh, Jesus. All kind of shit in here I didn't even know about. All right. Yeah. I'm going to have to find it, put it all together. Okay. We are recording. Sorry about that. Let me get to first thing. So we're going to go over the application. All right. This is applicable in Texas, of course. And I did this online. It's a PDF. And this is how I completed it. And just title, registration, privatized trust property. Say I hit other. For a corrected title or registration, check reason. So you can write whatever you want. They didn't bat an eye to any of this. I used my, let's see, applicant type, trust. That's my passport ID number right there. This is what it's registered under. Vehicle location address. You can see what I put. Gift tax. All my signatures. Endorse the back of the title. And I submitted it. And I had to submit it with Of course, now it's not going to let me go find the forms, but there's 2 forms that they have available that you can do this with, and you get them at the county's office. Sheet. Okay, now I know I can't find them. Right, process. Yeah, it's got too much shit. That's my problem. Okay. Check in this folder. Nope. I'll have to dig for them, but anyway, there's 2 different forms that you can use, one or the other. One's an affidavit, I think the other's a declaration. Um, so before that, you want to do a deed of transfer or a gift of transfer by affidavit to transfer the property into your trust. And if any of you, all of you, I think all of you are in 201, so that's all about deeds. So just go in there, pull up a deed of transfer, and you want to transfer it into your trust as trust property, record it on the minutes, make sure all that's notified in your trust. And then when you go down to register your vehicle into your trust and transfer the title, you can only do this with vehicles that are totally paid off. You're going to take your certificate of trust or declaration of trust that's notarized. And that's all you need. And your fees should be waived, but generally they want to be dicks about it. So without creating a disruption, go ahead and pay the fees. Excuse me. So they'll take one of those 2 other forms that I apparently don't have, can't find, your certificate of trust, and then your old title that you've endorsed and transferred over. And they'll take all that, and then they will give you one of these. Title application receipt. It'll tell you owner name and address, Floyd.Tarvin IV Estate Family Trust, address. And this is the receipt. And this, paid the little 35.50. Went on about my business. But I want you to make note of that right there. What does that say? It says exempt. It's a private property. And when you get the title, most of you know there's 2 types of titles. You have a pink title and a blue title here in Texas. Pink title means there's a lien against it. You're not the owner. It's just for identification purposes. Then you have the blue title, which is one that means you completely own the vehicle. However, when you do this, you're going to get a gold title. It's going to have a gold border on it. And it's going to say that right there, odometer reading, exempt. Sales tax category, exempt. But for all intents and purposes, got to carry this in commercial vehicles. Well, I don't have a commercial vehicle, but I carry it with me anyway. So y'all have any questions over that? I mean, it's very simple.
Yeah, Floyd. I see how you transferred yours in. In my case, I purchased one just outright. It's a used vehicle, and I'm buying it. I already have it, but I'm gonna put it into the trust. I've already been to the DMV. They showed me what where I just signed on the signature part as trustee. They said don't do the printed, and then over on the other side of the title, they said write the name of the trust you wanted in. Bring the certificate of trust, and that's what I was talking to you about, writing a private trust for it. This way it's not in our revocable trust, but it's a trust alone for the vehicle. Is that what you did?
I put it in my revocable living trust.
And somebody else to tell me to just go ahead and do that too. I know Ann said to put it in an express trust. That's why I was asking, but you put it straight in your trust too, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, okay.
I mean, y'all are looking at the results, and I was, talking about this earlier with a gentleman who's almost there, but hasn't surrendered his driver's license and he's here in Texas. He's actually, uh, humble. And, he didn't even know that there was a private side and a public side to the, driver's license. So I had to walk him through that. And then when I did, I told him, I put my vehicle in my trust and explained to him exactly what I've just done with you guys.
All right. So basically, your instructors just go ahead and put it in our revocable and don't worry about doing the express trust.
If you want to set up a separate trust just to put it in there, that's your choice. Like I told you guys when y'all first started taking the classes with Ann, that that first initial trust that you set up is not going to be probably your main driver. You're going to learn about other trusts and other things, and act accordingly to your goals.
Yeah, and just what you said right there. When I was talking about the express trust and all that to a friend of mine who's really good at them, who I met on Telegram, does a lot. He says, "Oh well, that seems like a lot. I just put mine in the trust." He goes, "Keep in mind, your main objective here is when you get pulled over, when they run that tag, that it's a trust."
Right. And you see, my license plate's still there. Well, when they pull this vehicle up, that plate's, it's going to tell them exactly what it says. It's an exempt vehicle.
Got
Well,
you.
Vehicle's not.
Go ahead, Kimberly.
I was just going to say that the way Floyd just said it, that's exactly my steps that I was doing with all this. Exactly.
Yeah, it's real simple. It's not hard. Once they recognize that, and you get this document right here, as well as your title, and it clearly says, exempt. And then if you carry your, pop that up. See, if you carry this with you, you can see, they've already processed this full.
Okay.
And what's that say right there?
Private, non-commercial, and not for hire. They put that in there, or you did?
I did.
Okay.
Right here. Boom. Private trust property.
Those are the key words right there.
That's a wrap.
That's the application for it. Okay, yeah, Arkansas's got a very similar one. I need to sit down and look at that. I really appreciate you sharing this with us, because yeah.
And see, Copyright.
There you go.
Copyright. They didn't bat an eye.
I love it.
On the record. Dispute that. Nobody disputed it. They didn't kick it back and go, oh, you can't use that. So there it is, documented. So that's basically how I did it. It's very, very, very simple. I'll try to find all these documents, put them together. If not, I'll have to just like scan a package to do, that's what I should do. Just rescan everything and get better prepared.
That'd be great.
So yeah, we can go over that, but for the fundamental basic order of how things should be done, that's exactly how you should do it.
Yeah, for sure. I really appreciate it. I got my mind wrapped around it myself. I do. Anybody else has some questions, definitely ask. But I've been to the DMV and already, and that's what I was on the fence about, the Express Trust. And my friend Vince, no need for me to repeat myself. I told you what he said. He said your objective is when you're pulled over, they're pulling over a trust. They ain't pulling you over.
Right. Yeah,
But Alan,
just like I got a traffic ticket in Galveston, Texas. I parked in a no parking zone or 2-hour zone or something right by the Grand Opera House when I was working. And I just sent them back a notice telling them that as the trustee of the trust, the orders from the trust are not to enter any contracts at this time. Send them a letter back with the ticket.
Fantastic.
Yeah, trust property. Never heard another thing back.
Floyd, I have a success story to tell you about my friend that I helped. It was just another ticket thing, and he had gotten that ticket. And he had called me, and I said, well, Toby, it's up to you if you want to be brave or whatever. But I would turn that thing right back around. Nope, I do not consent to contract. And three times he had to send those letters back, and it was dismissed. 3 months, but it was success.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just have to be persistent. Sometimes they don't get it on the first try. Just like I told y'all that, Texas Attorney General came after me for child support while I was in prison. And when you're in prison, you get child support against you in Texas Attorney General's office. Just as soon as you get that paper in your hand, you might as well just put a fork in your back because you're done. Nobody wins. Never seen anybody win. So at the time, I had all this freaking litigation that I was doing. And I was like, man, the last thing I want to do is take on a fucking child support case that I'm not going to win. So I kept running across Judge Dale's information about, do not consent to these proceedings and do not accept your offer to contract. So I was like, what the fuck do I got to lose? I'm going to lose anyway. So put that verbiage on there and make copies made, big red magic marker, and sent it back to the Attorney General's office, the judge, and the clerk. And when I got the initial pleading, that's what I did. So they sent me a reset form, I think like 45 days later, another date. I did the same thing on the reset form, sent it back. They sent me another one, same thing. And I did this probably, I don't know, 8 times, it seems like, over probably 16 months, maybe. And never heard another word. They just quit sending the reset forms. And I'm the only person that I've never known about in Texas prisons that beat a child support case.
That's
Well,
awesome.
and more of us, if we would just stop contracting, that's what I tell people, when they understand what's happening. It's like, stop contracting with them and don't even get involved in the damn system, before it even gets started. Just keep sending it back. I do not consent to contract. They can't make you. So that's the thing. And it's, how this whole satanic system works in the first place. It's that three times is a charm, they get you. But if you keep and be persistent, it will work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it
eventually.
does seem to be that way. It really does.
Yeah. Just to kind of give you guys an update, the gentleman I was talking to before you guys, um, he's one of the few that are going to break through and get access to their credits. He's very close. Actually, he contacted me to find a CPA who understands the private and public side. So we'll be working on that together.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I should actually realistically be past him, just by, the mentorship of Madeline. But because I lost contact with her from COVID, he continued to have contact with her. So he's progressed, but I'm gonna catch him. But I want to document the complete process that they are utilizing for everybody. So what you guys don't know, and him and I discussed this, is that we will, what do you want, dog? Uh, and somebody please come up with a better terminology than a re-education camp. But basically, that's what it will be for all the adults, because the children will have their own school set up for them to get their private education. But for us who are still striving to get to the promised land, not necessarily to our credits on account, but to get over into the private side and get out of their jurisdiction. Not only will we be able to do that through the county, but we want to set up some type of either a seminar, a retreat, or whatever that looks like, so people can come and spend a weekend, 30 days. I don't know what the curriculum looks like. That hasn't been developed. So they can come there and get that crash course from, okay, here's what you do from A to Z. Boom. Here's your binder, everything you need to do. And, as we progress through however long this takes to go through that binder A to Z, to get you acclimated to all the different forms, how to fill them out, where to send them, et cetera, et cetera. That's what I will be working on to develop for everybody. So look forward to
That's
that.
awesome, Floyd.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. That's
yeah.
exciting stuff.
Yeah,
How's?
I
Oh, go
told
ahead.
y'all
I'm sorry.
I told y'all just to be patient. We're trying to move this as fast as we can, but as we do progress, we have to tread lightly, because what you guys really don't understand is the land that Madeline owns, through rightful patents, contains a reservoir called Lake Matthews. And I urge you to go look that up and see the enormity of it. So she now owns her own reservoir.
Wow.
That's enormous. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she owns water. And as you all know,
Yeah.
you ain't shit unless you got fucking water.
That's it.
You're gonna die. And she's got a lot of it, and they are not happy.
I bet.
They
What you said right there about the water is the only reason I bought my property. My property's nice, but it's got a creek behind me that don't dry up. Just what you said. Any kind of irrigation, anything. Water is life. It's key.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't have water, you're out of there. So, um, and I still don't have a firm demarcation of the actual acreage boundaries. I have, these track blocks, so I have a general idea of what it looks like. The gentleman I just got off the phone with, his name's Ike, by the way. We were talking about flying out there just to kind of get a lay of what everything looks like. I'd actually like to go out there and do some videos to share with everybody of exactly what it is, what it looks like, what the reality of it is. So I don't know what I don't even know when we're going to do all this because we have to have a press conference and do press releases, commercials, mail outs, billboards, the whole freaking 9 yards to inform the current inhabitants that, hey, you're no longer in Riverside County. This is Califia County, and boom, this is your structure. This is who you talk to now. So I kind of went through this with the Texas State Assembly. When I stepped down from justice, they had a new position come up called the county coordinator. And basically, it was my job. And when they told me this, I was kind of laughed because of the enormity of it, because there's so many counties in Texas that basically I have to go in and forensically audit the whole entire county from staffing, budget, income, expenditures, the whole freaking 9 yards to determine who in the staff we want to keep and where the money was come from, where it was going, and all that. And I was like, "Oh, you want me to do that? Huh? Okay." Um, but I never got to do that, so I understand what the complexity of establishing this new county and an existing county is going to entail. So this isn't something that's just going to happen tomorrow. It's an evolution, and I can't give any timelines about when things are actually going to be in place for other people to move. So whatever that looks like. And there's a whole bunch of shit going on in the background that I don't even know about.
That's cool. It's on its way, at least. This stuff takes
Oh,
time.
it's not on its way. It's there. It's just
Yeah.
we've got to get.
I guess I meant forming up, rather.
Yeah, it's there. Now we got to build because we have the skeleton to get it function. Now we've got to add on, put on the muscle and the cartilage and the tissue to make it a functional entity. So that's where we're at. Getting more people involved, more people because there are paid and unpaid positions. So it's not something that you can go do and just live. You can actually go be a part of the process, the evolution, and get paid.
That's exciting.
Oh yeah, this whole thing's very exciting. I don't think people quite understand what it is. And I was talking to Ike about this. I went to the Magador jacket signing contest or content event put on by Christopher Eric's Baby Trump in Plano late February with 107. And I mentioned to them about this county. I really didn't have anything to show them like I do now. But I mentioned it to them and explained to them what it was. It's de jure county. I said, look, it's the same thing you guys are trying to do with your little, QAnon, MAGA, red pill, whole thing. Y'all get the birth certificate. Y'all know that there's a straw man. Y'all know all that. But y'all trying to get to the same place we're going, but y'all trying to do it through the political avenues. And you're not going to do that because there's two political parties and they're not going to allow you to do what you want to do. There's always going to be somebody who's corrupted that controls something that won't allow you to complete your agenda, whatever that agenda looks like.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So 2 weeks after that event, Trump did a speech and he made an announcement that he was going to do a contest for 20 freedom cities to be built from the ground up on federal land. And I was like, that's pretty coincidental. Maybe that when I told somebody about this county, somewhere it got lost in translation that it wasn't actually a county, it was a city. And that he liked the idea, but he twisted it to fit his own narrative.
There you go.
So, yeah, so I don't know if that was a coincidence or what was up with that, but that's an avenue that we'll pursue here in I would say the next 2 weeks with the Trump administration to contact them and tell them what we have. Because y'all may not know this, but Madeline already has a treaty with Ireland. And she says they call her like 2 or 3 times a week. I'm like, what? She goes, oh yeah. Seriously. Yeah. Ireland. Okay. I'm down. Thing huge.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and that'll happen, we'll eventually get recognition through the whole UN, the whole 9 yards. And it's going to be a trip.
Yeah, man, that really sounds like something. I wasn't expecting that. That's
Oh, I
like
know.
said.
Y'all just don't even know, just like I said, the license plates, those are registered right now with the California DMV. Absolutely. I can print a set of plates, put them on the car, and I'm good. Yeah. They run those
Really?
plates, they're going to pop up in their database.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Might be talking to you about that.
Say that again.
I said, I might be talking to you about that. I just need to figure the rest of this out and go get it. But if I go to the state of Arkansas to do it, you saying you can register it? You can just register it through a set of plates you can get, and there you go. It goes right in the database.
Yeah, you're going to register your vehicle in Clearfield County, and then you're going to get issued a set of plates.
Okay, well, the state of Arkansas here, they like a lot of other places, they got, well, if you live in Arkansas, your vehicle has to be registered in Arkansas, and you've been here 30 days. I didn't do it. I told them I went back and
Or,
forth.
or you reside somewhere else over 6 months. That's how it is in Texas.
Yeah, well, that's what I did with them. I said, well, the reason it's still where it's at, because when I came here, I just paid Florida for the tags.
Right.
I wasn't up to paying it again. So I told them I went back and forth. And towards the end of the year, there's like a month left, I went ahead and transferred stuff over.
Right. So what will happen with that, I would imagine, because we have a diplomatic post office, that residents would be able to acquire an address in Califia County that would be used on instruments and identification purposes.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a way around that. So yeah, we've got that down.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah, y'all trust me, y'all don't even know. This is like ridiculous.
This is awesome, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, guys, y'all have any other questions or anything?
All good.
Okay. Oh yeah, I've got your other thing with Jesse Kimberly. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I sure do.
Okay. Yeah, that'll go out Tuesday, post office, because they're closed. I haven't had a chance to take care of it, but I got you.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You might want to send me a reminder like Monday night or Tuesday morning.
Okay, I will.
Send me my shit. You're not bothering me. Tell you all, you're not bothering me. Man, I've got fucking 65,000 things going. Y'all don't know it, but I'm actually writing 2 children's books.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm doing that. I've got so much shit going on. I will tell you all this. It has been brought to my attention by 2 different people over the past 2 weeks that if you're not noticing the city, county, and state of your status as a non-14th Amendment U.S. citizen, then you haven't given everybody notice and you still remain within their jurisdiction. So that's a whole nother thing. I have a letter that I produced to send out. So basically I sent it to the governor, the governor, the secretary, or let me rephrase that. The CEO, the secretary, their attorney, and any other people I need to notify on every level. So Abbott, Paxton, and Jay Nelson. Then on the county level, the county judge, the sheriff, and the county attorney. On the city level, the mayor, the city secretary, chief of police, and the city attorney. And that way everybody has noticed that I'm not a 14th Amendment U.S. citizen. I'm out of their jurisdiction. I don't
Right
know
on, Floyd.
I don't know how effective it is. I've got two ways to do it, but with mine, turn off my virtual background for you guys so you can see this. Oh, stashed it. Oh, that's it. Nope.
No.
That's what it looks like, you know, my same stuff that I put on top. And it's just a little 2-pager. And then certificate of service. And you see, I got 3 signatures on there because I have 3 notaries. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Okay. So what I did is I took that one, and as you can see, notary number 1. So I signed it in front of them. Then I went to the next notary, had it signed in front of them. Then I went to the third notary.
And what's the point of doing that, Floyd?
Who has more authority than 3 public officials?
Okay.
So this, and I'll read it to you. And I don't know if y'all been using the AI chat GTP or GPT. I'll read y'all what I'll put into that, and y'all fucking freak the fuck out. All right, this is the question this is my instructions. Please write a notice to city, county, state, federal, and international bodies that I am not a United States Constitution 14th Amendment citizen. And this is what it wrote. It gave me your signature block where you put your name, address, phone number, email, date. And it hit me with notice to city, county, state, federal, and international bodies. Subject, declaration of non-membership as a United States Constitution 14th Amendment citizen to whom it may concern. And after I read that, I was like, oh, fuck, this motherfucker's just going to spit out some garbage. All right. I, and in brackets, your full name, hereby declare and provide notice to all relevant city, county, state, federal, and international bodies that I am not a United States Constitution 14th Amendment citizen. This notice is to assert my position and clarify my legal status within the jurisdiction. I have come to the informed conclusion that the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution, which defines citizenship, does not apply to my specific situation. It is my belief that I possess a distinct legal status that is separate and distinct from that of a 14th Amendment citizen. I hereby request that all government entities and agencies within your jurisdiction recognize and respect my declaration of non-membership as a 14th Amendment citizen. I kindly ask that you make the necessary amendments to any records, databases, or official documents that may incorrectly identify me as a 14th Amendment citizen. Furthermore, I request that any and all privileges, rights, and benefits associated with 14th Amendment citizenship be withheld or withdrawn in relation to my person. I do not wish to receive any preferential treatment or legal obligations that are typically associated with 14th Amendment citizenship. I understand that this declaration may require further review and verification. I am willing to provide any necessary documentation or engage in a respectful and lawful dialogue to address any concerns or inquiries regarding my legal status. Please acknowledge receipt of this notice within, in bracket, specify a reasonable time frame, and provide written confirmation of the actions taken or proposed in response to this declaration. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I trust that you will handle this notice in accordance with applicable laws and regulations. Sincerely, your full name in brackets. That's what it wrote when I just put that simple little instruction in.
Wow.
Yes. Wow. Which tells me that other people have been prompting this and teaching it, and this is what it already knows.
Is there a way we can get a copy of that?
Yeah, absolutely. But I did change it. I did amend it. And I'll tell you what I did. In the second paragraph, I have come to the informed conclusion that the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution, which defines citizenship, does not apply to my specific situation. It is my belief that I possess a distinct legal status that is separate and distinct from that of a 14th Amendment citizen. Title 18 of the United States Code encompasses the federal criminal laws and procedures. Section 911 of Title 18 USC is titled False Personation Generally, and it addresses the offense of knowingly and willfully falsely pretending to be a United States citizen. It states, and I quote, "Whoever falsely and willfully represents himself to be a citizen of the United States shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 3 years or both." Close quote. This
Nice.
section makes it a federal offense to knowingly and willfully falsely claim United States citizenship. It serves to protect the integrity of citizenship and prevent fraudulent claims.
That right there is how they always get you with contempt.
And I added, I understand this declaration may require further review and verification. I'm willing to provide any necessary documentation or engage in respectful and lawful dialogue to address any concerns or inquiries regarding my legal status. Please see attached exemplified copy of declarant's order of original petition for change of name of adult by decree at page 2, which states in part, quote, "Petitioner is not a U.S. citizen," close quote. Therein, declarant requests recognition and respect of non-citizenship as a 14th Amendment citizen and continue to remain a U.S. national and Muskogee Creek national. Please acknowledge receipt and notice of this within 10 business days. Written confirmation of the actions taken or proposed in response to this declaration. Non-responses shall be noted as your receipt, acceptance, and acknowledgement of this declaration. And that's how I ended it. Of course, I have a certificate of service. But that's why I encourage everybody to do the name change decree, especially here in Texas, because you can rewrite your own petition and decree. You don't have to use their boilerplate template. And in there, you can state exactly what you want to state, get a judge to sign off on it, get an exemplified copy, which means you get another judge to sign off on it, and the district clerk or a representative thereof. And then when you take it and get it authenticated, like I have, you get the Secretary of State of Texas and the Secretary of State of the United States government to authenticate what you've done. So everybody's been notified on all the levels, right? County, state, and feds. But I didn't make the city aware of it. So now I'm making the city aware. So now everybody's been noticed, even though they've been noticed before. So all I have is bona fide proof with 2 judges, 2 secretaries of state, and a district clerk, all authenticating and verifying that I am not a 14th Amendment U.S. constitutional citizen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and I'm showing you all the different ways that you can do it.
That was one of the things afterwards. You know how hindsight's 2020. I got arrested after I followed James C. Lovett's way and used the fells not to get on the do not detain list.
Right.
And I did the passport and all that stuff, and they just railroaded me. And that was one of the things I saw, Floyd, is that I didn't let the city and this county know. I did give them a cease and desist and stuff, but they didn't care. And if I was to go back and do it again, just what you said, I realized I didn't send enough notices out.
Right. Now, how I'm going to tie this up in a nicely neat little package with a bow on top is, of course, I have I sent all this out, excuse me, certified mail. So I had it all recorded in my firm book. So I have copies of my firm book that the U.S. Post Office did receive it on that day, and they mailed it. Then I will print from the USPS website that it was delivered on such and such day. And then I will take those and have them all authenticated. And then I'll record them after they're authenticated. And then there's no dispute. And I'll put them all up in a UCC1, but it will be a non-ag filing. It'll be informational filing only. So as I was telling you guys, how you can use the UCC as a commercial database or registry for you to notify the public of what you're doing and how you're operating. That's the easiest way to do it.
That's interesting.
Agreed.
Yep. You're notifying everybody. And we will also produce a paper in Leafia County. So you'll be able to do public notices there. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, we are thinking ahead, moving forward.
Absolutely. You're thinking you're winning.
Yep.
That's the count on, is you not thinking.
So we're close, I've got a lot of things done, that other people, like I was talking to this Ike, he's almost there to get to his account. And I was telling him some of the stuff I've done, nobody else has done it, but what's the benefit? That's always what I'm looking for. Okay, I did all this. It cost me a little money and some time and energy, but what's my benefit? What's the just desserts? And that's always what I'm looking for. Yeah. So Ike is following Madeline. Madeline's there. Of course, as you can all see, she has access to her credits. One of these days she's going to send me some. I don't know when. When she does, I want to be prepared. So I'm going to be interacting with Ike probably in the next 2-3 weeks to catch up to where he's at. So just be patient, kids. It's coming.
Looking forward to it, man. Really am.
Yep. All right. Well, anything else? I'm going to sign off and finish doing some stuff.
Okay, Floyd. Hey, I'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Y'all have a good Memorial Day weekend. Be safe. Be careful.
Okay.
Thank you, Floyd.
You're welcome. Good night, guys.